Hey everybody, I have a question for you. Why did people back in the day burn witches at the stake or stone them and also hang them on a cross or something like that? Do you know? Well, it has to deal with something known as a water witch. So, for those of you who do not know what a water witch is, it is someone who douses for water. So, one of the tools of the trade that a witch always uses is its trusty broomstick and cauldron. So dowsers, they have their trusty broomstick, the Y-shaped stick that they use to search for water. And what do they do to find water? Basically, the stick, whenever it gets over water, the magnetic polarities will attract to each other, and you'll feel a little jerk with the stick, indicating that there is water at this point. Now, that's where the broomstick comes from. The hovering in the air, flying with a broomstick. That's what the dowsing was. They would be hovering in the air, flying with a broomstick, and then whoop, they are attracted to water. Now, most people know the stories such as Wizard of Oz. When a witch comes in contact with water, they melt. This was also in old-fashioned stories such as Macbeth and whatnot, with the three witches, they falling into their own cauldron and melting. So what's the purpose of the cauldron other than to make medicine and stuff? So when you are dousing for water, what are you trying to find? You're trying to find water. And what do you make once you find water? You make a well. So you dig the ground up, and then you draw the water up to the surface. So in order to keep this water clean, they have to stone this well. So this is the reason for stoning witches. Whenever you find water, you not only are using the trusty broomstick, but then you use the trusty stoning of the witch to put it to death or to put it to rest. So in other words, you want to draw the water up from the grave. Now, another thing related to witches is necromancy, drawing spirits up from the grave. That's also dealing with well water. So your spirits, in this case, is water. It can also be related to wine as well, because spirits is a related term for wine. And where do you get wine from? Grapes, which grow from the ground, or corn, or basically crops, fruit crops that can be turned into wine. So there is your necromancy. And then you have the burning of the witches, or the boiling of the witches in the cauldron. So whenever you make the well, you stone it up, you use purifying agents to build the well, such as sand, limestone, coal. Coal is used for burning. And not only that, but you can use coal and firewood, like an X-cross wood, to put your pot on to boil water. And when you boil this water, the dross or impurities within the water will rise up to the top, and you can scoop it off with a spoon. Just like with gold, whenever you are melting gold, all the impurities, known as the dross, rises up to the top, and you can scoop it out, having pure gold after that. So the whole purpose of this process is to purify water, have living water coming to you from a stream underneath the earth, rising up to where you can draw from it and have clean, running water. And this is why you stone, why you burn witches at the stake, and why you do the necromancy. All of these are related to water witching, dousing for water. Interesting, right?